For Wall Street Media, this is Carla. I'm here with Doug, and we'll help you make money in the stock market with information you can't find anywhere else.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good morning.
I know it's morning for the pretty girls in New York. Good afternoon for us working fellas. I can't believe you made it in through the snow.
I know.
It's really snowing here in New York today.
It is.
Yeah, we sent Tim home because he drives in. And I was afraid, like, in this kind of snow, he drives like an hour in this stuff.
Well, I took mass transit, and that's,
Yeah, a little safer, right? Still up and running.
Yeah.
The flights are all canceled coming into New York today. Yeah, I have a meeting at 2
about
o'clock
that.
today, and they're canceling all the flights.
I know.
What do we have for, we've got management changes from Liberum.twist.com. What do you have for us this afternoon?
This morning.
This morning for you.
Viad Corp, VVI, announced the appointment of Michael Hannon as President and Chief Executive Officer of Brewster, Inc. Hannon succeeds David Morrison, who after 40 years of outstanding service with Brewster is stepping down as Chief Executive Officer, but will remain as Chairman of Assets with the transition. Yeah. JDS, Uniphase Corp, GDSU, announced that Thomas Wetcher was promoted to President and Chief Executive Officer of JDSU effective January 1st, 2009. Mr. Wetcher will also be appointed to JDSU's Board of Directors. Wetcher is currently President of JDSU's largest business segment, Communications Test and Measurement, with responsibilities for the overall business.
Yeah, these guys have good, solid business. They're a little out of favor right now, right? And I remember many moons ago in the dot-com time, these guys were like hundreds of dollars a share.
Really?
And a good, solid company, but they're just not in favor as they were during dot-com. They're down about $3. Who's this Standard Pacific that we have next? What's the news with them?
SPF, Standard Pacific Corp. SPF announced that its board of directors elected Ken Campbell as the president and chief executive officer of the company. Mr. Campbell is a partner of Matlin Patterson Global Advisors, LLC, a private equity firm and Standard Pacific's largest shareholder. Mr. Campbell succeeds Jeffrey V. Peterson, who has stepped down as Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, and President of the company, and is continuing as a Director of the company.
No, this one, I was wondering...
He's got a lot of titles.
I know, right? He's got...
He's busy man.
His business cards are like this long. Joyce, his business cards are bigger than you are. So that's all his titles. A little bit of chaos over there. They're down 14% today on this news. Do we have another one there?
We do.
What do we have?
First Federal Bank shares. FFSX, the holding company of Vantas Bank, a savings bank headquartered in Sioux City, Iowa, announced the appointment of Levon L. Matthews as president and chief executive officer of the company and of the bank. Mr. Matthews will begin work at the company and the bank on January 5th, 2009.
Yeah, these guys are down 5% today. Nobody's too crazy about all the banks today. Oh, computers.
Nobody?
Maybe we'll have good news here.
He loves computers.
I
Doug
do.
loves computers.
I am a tech guy.
Okay. PatentEye Computer Systems, PTI, a leading global IT services provider, announced the appointment of Mr. Jaya Kumar as Chief Executive Officer. Mr. Kumar will come on board on February 2009 and will be responsible for driving the company's operations. Mr. Narendra, I like his first name. Mr. Narendra K. Patney will continue as chairman of the board of directors.
Yeah, these guys, they're in Mumbai. They just had all the shooting and violence by, I guess, the Muslim terrorists down there.
Really?
Yeah, when I was in Saigon, that was all that was on the news. Like, they only have a few international news channels, and everything, like, for 3 days was just nothing about the Mumbai attacks.
Chaos. Those people living in chaos.
Yeah. Oh, National Lampoon.
National Lampoon, NLN, pronounced that on December 17th, 2008, Daniel S. Lykin resigned as the company's chief executive officer and president. The board of directors appointed Timothy S. Durham to serve in these positions on an interim basis. Mr. Lykin continues to serve on the board of directors.
Now, do you know what happened with them?
No.
These are the funny guys that make fun of everyone. They make funny movies, right? Like Animal House and National Lampoon this, National Lampoon that. They have National Lampoon magazine that pokes fun at everyone. Someone's got to make a National Lampoon of National Lampoon. Do you know what happened to them?
No, tell me.
They were involved in stock manipulation, which in and of itself is a funny topic, except if the Securities and Exchange Commission get involved. And they were doing illegal stock manipulation
Really?
and paid another company to illegally inflate the price of their stock and thereby defraud all of the investors in the American public investing system. That's probably a very funny topic, and maybe we'll make a Wall Street media comic book or movie about that one. Insider trading and
Always
lying and
thinking
cheating
business.
and stealing.
Always thinking business.
And when we're not making our National Lampoon movie, what we're going to do is give some shout-outs to StockTwits, right? My buddy Howard made a great video. I'll link to it on the site later so that you can see what StockTwits is about, and he gives the idea. Made some more money on there this morning, shorted Apple. And then I just got from Kunal, my pal, that you got to give a shout out to him, a good stock tip on StockTwits today for DXO. And I didn't know this. Everybody trades USO, which I've traded quite a bit, USO. And what this is a power share ETF for the price of oil. Oil is now very, very cheap. And I think it's not going to stay very, very cheap, especially since OPEC just met and they're going to have cuts. Now, a lot of the countries aren't going to be able to go along with the cuts that they announced because they're almost out of cash. They have no other business, right? And the only way that they stay in power is by having the money from oil so that they can pay off the secret police to torture people.
What?
And so that they can bribe all of the people. It's true.
Why am I surprised? Why am I surprised?
And so that's the only way they stay in power. So they're going to continue to sell oil, and they're not going to cut their production. But probably Saudi Arabia will. Russia can't afford to. Russia's a mess, right? The only thing Russia ever has going for it is being able to export oil, right?
He just speaks his mind.
And they're not going to cut their production. But at some point, these guys are going to cut production, and the prices are going to go way back up, right? Oil's down at an all-time bottom. And Kunal pointed this one out to me on StockTwits.com today and said, no one looks at this, and it's very cheap, right? USO is like $50 or $60 a share. This is $2.69 a share, right? I bought it from him a couple minutes ago, or with him a couple minutes ago at like $2.66 a share, and it's a double-priced ETF, so it's based on crude oil, but it'll give you 2 times leverage. So that if oil goes up $1, you'll pick up $2,
okay,
right? And you can buy quite a bit more of it at $2.66 a share than you can of USO at $55 a share or whatever it's trading at, right? And that's another very, very valuable, because if you were to take $50,000, you could buy 25,000 shares of this DXO if you wanted to open a position and you thought oil was going to go up, and you would get double leverage, where USO is single leverage, and you could only buy 1,000 shares. So if the price of oil goes up $5 or $10 a barrel on the same exact initial amount of investment, right, thanks to Kunal, thanks to StockTwits.com, right, you could actually here, you would end up making, I guess, $12,000, and on USO, because you could only afford to buy 1,000 shares, you would only make like $1,200, right? So that's why this is a priceless tip, and I learned stuff like this all day long on there. Great community, a lot of fun, and an awful lot of knowledge that you're not going to pick up anywhere else. So it was worth coming in the snow.
It was.
Thank you. So we can tell everybody about Kunal, StockTwits, and Kunal's DXO.
I accept. Kunal's his new best friend.
He is. I love him. Man. All you ever have to do is just give me a tip, show me how to make money. And he's funny, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been chatting with him back and forth. Sometimes he makes me cry or laugh out loud. He is so funny.
LOL.
You know? I mean, like, it's not only just all the trading, and that's what StockTwits is about, but it's like some of these guys, they're not just smart with this, they're hilarious.
That's good.
Right? And, you know, sometimes you could use a laugh, you know, like this morning I shorted an awful lot out of Apple, right? A large amount of money, and it's moving against me, and I thought, whoo, boy, you know, and I bought some more, right? And I'm looking, and I needed a laugh, you know, believe me,
and
right?
He made you laugh, huh?
Yeah, and he did, and then got out of that one, made a bunch of money, it fell down, and jumped into his DXO. It was fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys. If you're a trader and you're looking for great ideas, go take a look at StockTwits.com. It's free, and just sit and watch for a little while. Don't spam it up, okay? Don't ruin a good thing, all right?
Right?
Yeah, thanks for coming in the snow.
You're welcome, you're welcome. We're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us directly at WSMCO.com. Thanks for watching.